Dogs cannot say I'm unhappy, but they tell you in ways most owners completely miss. Studies show that nearly 1 in 5 dogs suffer from stress or anxiety, yet their subtle signals often go unnoticed. Some signs are so quiet, you might see them every day and not realize your dog is struggling inside. Missing these clues can let small problems grow into heartbreak. Stick around because, at the end, we will share a surprising behavior even experienced owners often overlook. Let's decode the 10 silent signs your dog might be unhappy before it is too late. Number 1, the vanished spark. One day your dog might be sprinting excitedly toward their favorite toy or eagerly waiting for their daily walk. The next day, they barely lift their head when you bring out the leash or a ball. Losing interest in activities they once loved is often the very first red flag that something is wrong. This is not just a phase or typical boredom. It could be a sign of stress, depression, or even illness. When a dog stops showing joy in play and exercise, it is a signal that their emotional or physical health might be suffering. Pay close attention to this vanished spark because it often comes before other changes. And the next clue might be waiting right in their food bowl. Number 2, the appetite shift. If you notice your dog suddenly eating far less than usual, or on the other hand, devouring their food as if they have not eaten for days, without any changes to their diet, this could be a warning sign. Stress and emotional distress can kill a dog's appetite, while anxiety might cause them to eat more than normal. A temporary change in eating habits might be nothing to worry about. But if this shift lasts for more than a few days, it is a signal that something deeper is going on. Appetite changes are often one of the earliest signs that your dog is struggling emotionally or physically. And when food loses its appeal, many dogs turn to something else. Endless sleep. Number 3, sleeping the day away. Dogs do sleep a lot naturally, but when an energetic dog suddenly starts sleeping excessively or seems unusually lethargic, it can be a serious warning sign. This change might indicate low mood, depression, or an underlying illness that is affecting their energy levels. Often, dogs use sleep as a way to shut out the world when they are feeling overwhelmed or unhappy. If your dog is spending much more time curled up and resting during the day than usual, it is important to pay attention. This behavior can be a way for them to avoid dealing with stressful emotions or physical discomfort. And for some dogs, shutting out the world goes even further. They disappear from it. Number 4, the lone wolf act. If your usually social and affectionate kind of Velcro dog suddenly begins to avoid you, hides under furniture, or spends long periods alone, this is a strong sign of emotional withdrawal. It is not simply a matter of being moody or stubborn. This behavior is often a coping mechanism dogs use when they feel unhappy, stressed, or overwhelmed. Instead of seeking comfort from family members or other pets, they retreat into their own space to protect themselves emotionally. This isolation is their way of managing feelings they cannot express in any other way. It is important to recognize this change early, because bottled up emotions can eventually spill over. And when dogs cannot hide their stress inside, it sometimes shows on the outside. Number 5, the over-groomer. If you notice your dog licking their paws or chewing their fur repeatedly, this behavior goes beyond normal grooming. It is often a sign of stress or anxiety and serves as a form of self-soothing, similar to how humans might bite their nails when they feel nervous. While it might seem harmless at first, constant licking or chewing can cause painful sores, skin irritations, or infections that require veterinary attention. This behavior is your dog's way of coping with emotional discomfort, and ignoring it could lead to worsening physical problems. It is important to address the root causes of anxiety to help your dog feel safe and calm again. But some stress signals are even quieter and easier to miss. Number 6, the quiet stress signals. Some of the most important signs of stress in dogs are subtle and easy to miss. You might see your dog yawning slowly when they are not tired, licking their lips when there is no food around, or panting even though the room is cool. These behaviors are not random. They are calming signals dogs use to soothe themselves and to communicate that they feel uneasy or uncomfortable. Because these cues are quiet and often overlooked, many owners do not realize their dog is under stress until the signs become more obvious. It is important to learn these subtle signals to understand your dog's emotional state better. And when emotions run deeper, their whole posture changes, starting with the tail. Number 7, tail talk. A dog's tail is one of the most expressive parts of their body, and changes in its position can tell you a lot about how they feel. When a dog tucks their tail tightly between their legs or lets it hang low, this is a clear sign of fear, insecurity, or deep unease. If you notice that the tail is tucked or lowered and the dog's body becomes stiff, or they try to avoid eye contact and interaction, this is a serious red flag. These signs indicate that your dog is feeling very uncomfortable or stressed. It is important to pay close attention to tail signals because they often reveal emotions your dog cannot otherwise express, but their ears can whisper the same message. Number 8, ear language. A dog's ears can tell you a great deal about how they are feeling. When their ears are pinned back flat against their head, it often signals fear, discomfort, or stress. This is different from the playful ear flattening you might see when your dog is excited or happy. If the pinned back ears are accompanied by a tense body or avoidance behaviors, it is a clear sign that your dog is feeling uneasy or threatened. Paying attention to ear position is important because dogs use subtle body language to communicate their emotions. Sometimes, emotional strain shows up in a place you least expect, the living room floor. Number 9, house training slip-ups. If your house-trained dog suddenly starts having accidents indoors, this is often not a sign of misbehavior or stubbornness. Instead, it can be a response to stress, anxiety, or even an underlying illness. When dogs feel emotionally overwhelmed, they may lose control of their bladder or bowels as a way of expressing their distress. It is important not to punish your dog for these accidents, because doing so can increase their stress and make the problem worse. Instead, try to understand the cause and provide comfort and support. In some cases, ongoing stress can lead to a more noticeable change in your dog's personality, a shift that can be concerning for any pet owner. Number 10, the short fuse. A dog that is normally calm and gentle may suddenly start growling, snapping, or showing aggression toward people or animals they once tolerated or even enjoyed being around. This sudden irritability is often a sign that something is wrong beneath the surface. Emotional distress, physical pain, or discomfort can cause a dog to have a much shorter fuse than usual. It is important to take these changes seriously because they indicate your dog is struggling in a way they cannot easily express. Understanding this behavior as a cry for help can help you respond with patience and care. And here's one last bonus sign that might just catch you off guard, because it actually looks like the complete opposite of unhappiness. The Velcro dog switch. Sometimes a dog that is usually independent and confident suddenly becomes clingy, following you from room to room, leaning on you constantly, and seeming unable to be without your presence. This behavior might feel sweet and endearing, but it can also be a silent sign of stress or insecurity. When a dog becomes overly attached like this, it often means they are seeking safety and comfort in an uncertain world. This sudden change is not just about affection, it is a signal that your dog is struggling emotionally. Recognizing this Velcro dog switch early can help you provide the reassurance your dog needs before the stress worsens. Now, let us move to the conclusion. So, remember your dog cannot speak, but they are always communicating with you. Paying close attention to even the smallest changes in their behavior can help you catch problems before they grow into something serious. If you listen with your eyes, you will hear your dog loud and clear. Which of these signs have you noticed in your dog? Please share your experiences in the comments below. If this video helped you, do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss tips to keep your dog happy and healthy.